everybody, how are you guys doing today? It is Layla, your Sin City makeup artist here. It has been such a long time and I'm so excited for updating a brand new video. Come say hello to Roxy. She looks crazy right now. She's in heat right now, so we have diapers on her. You go lay down. You go lay down. Go, good girl, go. No, you go. Anyways, sorry, don't mess with the room. I still have like Halloween decorations up. I still have a huge mess. I've got piles and piles of makeup that I have been collecting for like 6 to 8 months, and I need to go through it. I just not have had the time. But as I said before, I've been such a busy woman. It has been, what, 5 to 6 months since I've done a video? Oh my gosh, it has been such a long time. And kind of just keep you guys updated on what I have been doing. If you are new to my channel, hello, thank you for watching. If you are not and you guys are a subscriber of mine, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys have been coming over to like my Facebook and my Instagram, just popping by and saying hi a lot as I just spit it on myself. Just saying like how much you guys miss me in my videos, but definitely if you are a freelance makeup artist or someone that is wanting to become a professional makeup artist, definitely go follow me on my Facebook and my Instagram page. That's pretty much why I've been not on YouTube, is that I've been doing a lot of freelance work with award shows here, a lot of photo shoots. I've done a couple of billboards here. I am on 3,000 cabs right now. What? That's so awesome. My ad is actually on 3,000 cabs in Las Vegas. So cool. But anyways, I've been published in a couple of magazines as well, but I post all of that stuff on my Instagram, and I'm just kind of sharing my life and my job with you guys. But lately in the past 6 months, I have been getting a huge response on questions about freelance makeup artistry. And I always tell you guys, please jump on over to social media and write me and ask me a question if you have any questions at all. For the most part, I've been really good about writing everybody back because, you know, just on advice, people have a lot of questions on what they should do or whatever the case may be. In a video, I think the beginning of this year or last year, it was kind of just like my makeup story and how I became a successful freelance makeup artist. It's not just my hobby, it is my career. It is what I do every single day of my life. So a lot of you have actually watched that video, and I think it's amazing, and thank you if you've seen that video. If you have not, I will leave a link down below in the description box where you can where you can view that video and stuff. It's just kind of like how I got into the business, what I do now, and how I boosted my career. So what you guys had a lot of questions about with that video is pricing. I get it actually a lot, so I thought that, you know what, I am going to do a video on it. So if this is the reason why you're watching this video. But anyways, so I'm just going to kind of maybe just start from the beginning, and then we will go through the certain stages on pricing and all that stuff. So the first thing that you kind of need to look at is where are you at in your skill? Are you a straight beginner? I mean, everybody starts. I mean, you know, Kevin Aquan, Priscilla Ono, you know, all of these amazing, Mario Didovich, and everybody started somewhere. They started at the beginning. They either started in a makeup school, they started at a makeup counter, they started and just self-taught themselves. Kind of maybe do it like from a 1 to 10. Are you a straight beginner and you need a lot of work and a lot of practice, or do you kind of feel like you're the shit and you don't need, I shouldn't say you don't need more work, because I even think with my 8 years experience, there's always room to grow. Kind of maybe almost think in the third person. If kind of just say, what would I charge myself? You know, does that make any sense? So if I look at myself as the makeup artist and I step out of it and I see the skill, how much do you think you would charge yourself? And then you can kind of maybe get a base there. You're not going to say, I'm going to charge $150 when you know that your skill is not at $150 per makeup application. What do you think is too little? Now, when I say that, don't say like $20 or something like that. I feel like $20 is super insulting for anybody. I think even starting in the makeup industry, if someone offers you 20 bucks, I think you just need to be like, girl, bye. You know what I mean? Because I think that's super insulting if someone tried to say that. Also, what is a big major factor is you're not just paying a makeup artist when it comes to pricing. Some people think that, you know, $150, $250, however much it is too high. But then, you know, you're also not just getting that makeup artist's skill. You're also getting their communication. Sometimes I tell people all the time when they step into my makeup chair that sometimes, especially with bridal parties, I feel like a therapist. You know, you don't want someone to come to your makeup and they're kind of like a robot and they're not really talking to you. They're not asking about you, you know, trying to, you know, feel who they are. I've seen makeup artists that really don't talk to their clients. And I feel like that kind of goes into the pricing as well. If you have great communication skills, I couldn't even tell you, I know some personal things about people that I will never see another day in my life. But it's kind of like when you go to a hairdresser, you kind of just have like diarrhea of the mouth and you kind of just like spill everything. That's why I feel like sometimes as a makeup artist, it can be exhausting even if you do one makeup application. If you have that stressed out client or bride, they can almost drain the energy out of you, but that's what you're there for. You're there to make it a pleasant, amazing experience. And that goes along with the pricing as well. It's not just a makeup application. It's an actual full-on experience. You're making somebody feel absolutely gorgeous, the best version that they've ever felt. It doesn't have to be just bridal. It could be the everyday person. It could be a celebrity. It could be anybody. You're also that, your skill, your communication, and your techniques, along with your kit and everything like that, has to go in with your pricing. Fast are you? Are you got your speed down? Are you a little bit slower side? Can you do a makeup application in, say, 30 to 45 minutes, which is kind of like the common area. Sometimes I will take my time if I have, say, an A-list person, or if I just have someone that's maybe a little extra picky. Sometimes I just get the most gorgeous face and I just can't stop doing their makeup. Are you fast? Because if you're on the slower side, I would say don't put your prices up so high. If it takes over an hour to do someone's makeup, which is possible, I've taken an hour to do someone's makeup, then I would say, you know, you need to be a little bit lower. But if you can knock out a flawless glamour, Kim K, editorial, whatever the case may be, makeup look in, say, 30 to 45 minutes, that's kind of like ideal where you want to be at. Somebody really, unless they're a celebrity and they're used to being in a chair for a really long time, most people don't like being in a chair for an hour. They get kind of antsy. And another thing that you I know these are so many things you need to kind of think about when you're doing your pricing, but another thing is, what does your kit look like? When I first started out doing makeup, I'll be 100% straight with you, I couldn't afford everything MAC. I couldn't afford everything Urban Decay and Too Faced and all these high-end brands. I had a couple of things here and there, but I couldn't afford it all. I mean, I had Revlon, I had e.l.f. I still have e.l.f. in my kit, I'm not gonna lie. Even though their products are not horrible, people don't want to hire somebody and want something that they can get themselves. Take that into consideration. If you have more of a higher end kit, like you have a lot of, you know, Estee Lauder, or if you have MAC and Makeup Forever and Urban Decay, and you have nothing but high end products, you've invested a lot of money, time looking into these products. You've looked into, you know, testing them out. You've read products online in their blogs. You've taken time and consideration. You don't want to charge somebody, say, $35 for a makeup application when your foundation alone costs you $40. Is kind of know your market. I am blessed, and this is kind of why it keeps me here in Las Vegas, but I am blessed to live in a city that pretty much never sleeps. Every walk of life kind of comes through my city, between red carpet, editorial, magazines, the everyday person, a bachelorette, a bridal. I mean, I've done bridal in the morning and then did a red carpet in the afternoon and then did a huge nightclub event at night. Like, I am very blessed where I live. So you kind of, if you live in a smaller town and, you know, and wherever it may be, or you can live in a medium-sized city like Chicago or something like that, or Vegas is kind of actually small myself, you kind of need to know your market. When I first started getting into the freelance business, I kind of shopped around. I used to work for MAC, so I kind of knew what MAC's prices were for makeup applications. I started asking other makeup artist friends that I knew. I kind of was just, kind of being a little nosy. I've even asked other businesses that were in freelance makeup artistry. I asked them what their prices were. And most likely people don't care. They're going to tell you. And then you can kind of see where your talent is and where you figure out, okay, well, I'm not going to charge $150 right off the bat if the most expensive person is only charging, say, $75. So if you feel like you're at the top of your game and you have 100% self-confidence in you, then I would say maybe be $10 to $15 higher than that 75. You know what I mean? Now, I will say this. When I first started off and I was beginning in freelance makeup artistry, you need a portfolio. 100% you need, now day and age, everybody is visual. So everybody needs to see your work. So I did a lot of free work at the very beginning. If you kind of want to know some tips on websites and things to go to kind of build your portfolio, I will send you over to that video. The link will be down below as well. And it kind of explains a lot of really cool tips and tricks and groups and web pages and blog forums and everything like that. You can get your feet wet into building your portfolio. But at the beginning, I will say you're not going to make a shitload of money at the very beginning. You're going to work for free. You're going to kind of maybe even if this is like your true passion and it's not just a hobby, you are going to sometimes feel like you're kind of underpaid as well. It's just going to happen until you build your portfolio and your skill enough that where you can turn down the job and be like, I'm not doing that job for however much money you're wanting to give me. So I will say that as well. Don't be afraid. If you want to build your portfolio, work for free. Still to this day, I've been doing makeup for 8 years and I'm very well established in my makeup artistry. I will still do photo shoots a lot of the time for free. I did mention before in that other video about maybe asking a model, a photographer, the stylist, or whoever hires you for a kit fee. And a lot of you ask me, what does a kit fee mean? Kit fee is the travel to get to wherever you need to be, because believe me, living in the desert, I have traveled to very far places, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it is outside of Las Vegas, to the desert, to the mountains, to the lake. I've traveled to Palm Springs, but I've done it for free, but they paid for my kit fee, which is my gas. If I needed to feed myself, maybe I needed to pick up some really cool certain eyelashes that actually cost a lot of money. That's what the kit fee is. Like if you needed to pick up certain things like foundations or lipsticks or, disposable wands, whatever the case may be, that's going to cover right then and there. Now when it's actually time to book a client. So I'm going to kind of just give you what my experience is and what I do when I book a client is I get the inquiry, I send them my pricing, and they want to go move forward with booking. I found out kind of early on in my career that, especially because I live in Vegas and people blow money like no other, like they come here with X amount of dollars and they leave with negative amount of dollars. So I would book a person and be like, you're all booked in my calendar. I'll see you in a couple weeks when you're here, blah, blah, blah. Well, then they get here. I've paid, I've bought some eyelashes for you. I'm all excited. So I got extra things for my kit or whatever the case may be. I didn't book other people because you wanted this time in this place. Well, people are going to be flakes. People are going to finally realize, oh, okay, well, actually, that's going to be a lot of money. I'd rather spend that on whatever else it is, drinks or food or gambling or whatever it is, and they'll cancel on you. I've had an early on in my career where I've had people that booked me, then all of a sudden I never hear from them. They won't call me back, they won't say anything, and they just flake out on you. Well, then you're shit out of luck. You know what I mean? You just blocked out those couple of hours for this person, and now they're not even answering your phone. And they're not going to tell you where they're staying at. So I had to learn that on really, really quickly. I lost out on a lot of money. I did start doing cancellation fees. And that was the first step of, if you cancel on me within 24 to 48 hours, there's like a $25, started off with $25 cancellation fee, then I moved it up to a $50 cancellation fee. Well, then trying to get someone to pay you is an extra thing that's even harder as well. So say, I had a client that canceled on me and I was like, okay, well, your cancellation fee was $25. Here is an invoice, blah, blah, blah. She never paid it. She just let it, I kept on sending her reminders. I kept on telling her that she needs to pay, it's, you know what I mean? She needs to pay the cancellation invoice. I still to this day have never heard from her. It was a lousy $25, but the fact is that it was a waste of my time because I spent a lot of time emailing her. We talked back and forth about what kind of looks she wanted. She wanted specific lashes that I went out and bought for myself that were like $15 and stuff like that. So I had to kind of learn there. Well, okay, cancellation fees are not going to help. I need deposits. That is still what I do to this day is I get a 30% deposit down. And that is, even if I have actually, I think I have 4 or 5 weddings in 2017. Crazy. But some people really plan ahead. Well, what that does is that it covers their spot. No matter what, you're booked into my calendar in case something happens and stuff. But most likely people will not cancel on you. It's rarely happened. And they've already paid a deposit because they look at it and they go, well, I've already paid, say, $64 for my deposit. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to keep my booking anyway. I also show on my invoices, I make this very clear on the invoices when you send a deposit, PayPal is the best. I love PayPal. You can use Square as well. PayPal is very easy for me because it is worldwide. I deal with a lot of people that are not from America, and PayPal is very simple that everybody kind of knows about. And it's really simple for people to pay from another country. And I have on my terms and conditions that this is a non-refundable, non-transferable deposit. So just in case, say that 2017 wedding, something happens and they're not getting married anymore. And I've had clients that say, oh my gosh, blah, 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 we're not getting married anymore. Or my sister-in-law surprised me with hair and makeup application. I need to cancel my booking and I need my money back. And you look at them and you're like, I'm sorry. It says on the invoice that you paid and you signed off on that this is non-refundable. People are going to get irritated. I have people that try to, what is the word I want to use? They try to contest, is that the right word? Contest or try to fight it with PayPal and try to get their money, their deposit back. But if you have everything in writing, if you have all documentations like emails letting them know this and they signed off on it and they agreed to it, PayPal will give you the money back. Does that make any sense? They will rule in your favor if you have everything. Say my makeup, this is not my pricing, but say someone says my makeup application is $100. Well, they might think that might be too much. Well, can I just get my eyes and my eyelashes done? And I always have to say, I'm sorry, but I don't do that. I'm not going to travel to wherever you are, waste my gas, park valet, carry my kit for eyes and eyelashes. Plus, you are a walking billboard for my work. So if I just did eyes and eyelashes and you've got horrible skin and you're a blotchy and you don't do your skin and then someone goes, wow, your eyes are amazing. Who did your makeup? And then you say, SinCityMua did it. Girl, no, I did it. Because this day and age is a lot different than it was even, say, 10 years ago when it came to social media, YouTube, the makeup artist industry has completely changed where almost the everyday person is a makeup enthusiast are calling themselves makeup artists. So you will get people out there, even when it comes to a photo shoot. I have had people that try to lowball me. And when I try to tell them my rates and they look at me like I'm freaking cuckoo, and I just look at them and I'm like, that's, you saw my work. Stand your ground and stand out. Going, well, then I'm sorry. You might have to turn it down, but $40? You know what I mean? It is a lot of money. You know what I mean? It is a good amount of money. It's gas in your tank and stuff. But then you're also going to be known as the $40 makeup artist. You could be the shit, but you're going to be known. That photographer is going to go, hell yeah, that makeup artist, she's bomb. She did everything I wanted. I barely had to do any editing, and she's cheap. So then he's going to tell his buddies, that model is going to tell their buddies, and then you're going to get hit up a lot because they think you're only $40. So now you're like screwed, and you're like, but wait a minute, that's really not my fee. I'm worth more than that. But then you go, no, I'm actually $200. If you would have said that at the very beginning and they would have seen your skills, you will be booked at that $200 rate pretty much all the time. People also ask me as well when it comes to weddings, do I do trials? Yes, of course I do trials. I 100% wish all of my clients would book a trial beforehand, but that is not the case. Maybe where you guys live, because you might be local and deal with nothing but local weddings. I rarely deal with local weddings. I might do 1 to 2 brides. I deal with people that are from all over the world every single day. So a lot of my clients don't have time, or they come in the day of their wedding, the night before their wedding, whatever it is. So when I'm actually able to do a trial with somebody, it's great because you can work out all those kinks. But yes, I do charge for trials. I charge 80% of what the original cost is. So just for example, if my makeup costs $100 for that bridal application, my trial is going to be $80. Now, I will say this. I have done free trials in the past. That's only if they have a huge wedding party. That's about the only time. And if you're like my friend or something, then yeah, it's usually my gift to you. But that's the only time that I will ever do a free trial run, is if I know that I'm going to make like $1,000 off of you or something. So after I have gotten the deposit down and the person is booked into my calendar, and I do their application and say my makeup application is $100, they have already put down 20 of it or 30 of it, because I put down a 30% deposit fee, so they owe $70 is what their remaining balance is. So when the client comes, usually makeup artists or freelancers and any, hairstylists, anybody in freelancing, they usually like to be paid in cash. Usually in Vegas, you will get that person that will try to trick you and be like, oh man, I don't have any money. I forgot to go to the bank, or I forgot to go to the ATM machine. I remember early on in my career, I've had that done to me by a couple of people, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I'll walk with you downstairs to the ATM machine if you want, and we can get the money, because you need to get paid. I just spent an hour and a half with you. I need to be paid as well. I just don't want my $30. I want my whole entire fee. What is great, I will say this, all freelancers in any field need to get a credit card swiper. You have to. Nowadays, I barely ever carry cash on me on a day-to-day basis. I always carry a debit card, a credit card on me. So you need to have some form of payment. I've had that person tell me, oh man, I forgot to go to the ATM machine. I'm going to see you though tomorrow. I can hit you up. Blah. Nope. Boop. I got my swiper. PayPal's got a swiper for free. All you have to do is just log into your account. They'll send you a PayPal swiper that links up to your PayPal account. Square has one. There's a lot of other businesses. Your bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all of them have credit card swipers now that just plug right into your phone, and you can take payment right then and there. A lot of people actually like it a lot because it sends the receipt right then and there. They actually have control over the tipping, and they get to sign it in front of you right then and there. And you don't have to worry about them trying to say, oh, I didn't go to an ATM machine. Same thing with tipping. You will get people, I get it a lot just because I have a lot of people that are from other countries and they're not kind of familiar with tipping, because where they live, especially like in Europe and stuff, they don't tip there. But when you come to America, you kind of know this. You tip your waiters, you tip your valet guy, you tip your bellman, you tip everybody here in America for the most part. And people that will just be like, oh man, I only have exactly $70. I wanted to tip you. And, to your discretion, you can, read that and just say, if you wanted to, I do have a credit card swiper that if you wanted to leave something, but it's to your discretion. That's kind of usually what I say. Tipping is not a big deal to me. I've had people that exactly give me down to like the penny, like to the 30 cents, and you just put a smile on your face and you say, thank you so much, congratulations, or, I hope to see you again. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and be like, how like some bellmen do, or some people just they expect it. I don't expect it because my fees are a little bit higher on the higher end, so I'm kind of like, oh, well, okay. You know what I mean? It's nice because I feel like tipping is kind of saying thank you. to somebody on what you did. So if you do an excellent job, and I have a lot of people that say, oh my gosh, we've been talking so much, I didn't even realize that you're already done with my makeup. They'll usually tip you out a little bit more and you get paid a little bit more. Also, another thing when it comes to your clients that are paying in cash, you will have people that'll be like that, oh, I wish I could tip you as well, but all I have is hundreds. Bring cash with you all the time. I bring at least 40 bucks broken down to the one. Say somebody wanted to tip you $8 or they wanted to tip you $24. I don't know why someone would do that. But still, you know what I mean? Bring cash with you so you are not going, damn, you know what I mean? I could have had like a $20 tip. Also, if you get those people that are trying to ask you for deals, it's kind of to your discretion. If you're really hurting for money and you want to give a discount, do it. I do it every once in a great moon, but for the most part, I'm sorry, but I don't do it. I get a lot of promo models in Vegas. I get a lot of Instagram models that come to Vegas for conventions, and just because you've got 50 to however many thousand followers you are, kind of feel like they should get their makeup for free. Girl, no. I rarely do free makeup applications with celebrities. Why am I going to do it for your 50,000 followers? To be honest with you, that's another thing when it comes to pricing. I get a lot of people that are Instagram famous that feel like because they have so many followers, and I don't know if you bought them or not, that they feel like, well, when I usually get my makeup done, I usually do a trade and I give them a shout out. A shout out? No way. For real? Shout outs is what pays my bills. Like, totally. For real? Right now, chick? Like, I've turned down some huge, I will say this, huge Instagram people that have like 592,000 followers, I think she did. Girl, your followers are not going to pay my bills. I'm still going to have probably the same amount of followers that I had before. I might, this is a might, I might get like 100 followers out of it, if that. Especially with promo models. It's because half of those followers that follow you, promo model, are not my clientele. They're mostly men, because you're beautiful. They're mostly other models, which is fine, but I'm not going to have people that are going to follow me and then book me and I get to make money. If there's a deal with someone's publicist and they will guarantee me that they will that they will give me a shout out, then yeah, I will do consider it. I might lower my prices as well. I might tell them I don't do it for free, but I will do it for cheaper. Okay, enough rambling. I talk so much that literally my battery is about to die. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I am so sorry again that it took me almost 6 months to do another video. I hope these tips, helped you guys out when it comes to pricing. This was kind of a huge question that I get a lot from you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, don't forget to maybe even write a comment down below this video. Go ahead, jump on over to my social media like my Facebook. Go ahead and message me on my Facebook fan page or follow me on Instagram. Definitely follow me on Instagram because you can see a lot of my freelance work and all the fun stuff that I do in my job. Good luck to anybody that is trying this out in their new career path or whatever, or if you've been doing this for a while and you've been struggling when it comes to getting paid and stuff. Good luck. I will see you guys hopefully sooner than later in my next video. All right. Until next time. Bye, you guys.
You're gonna have to hold my hand because I can't really move right now.
Drinks about